Ravens flock. We are on episode 22 of the Moles Knows Team Mock Draft Series, and we are selecting the 2023 draft class for your Baltimore Ravens. I don't believe in wasting time, so let's jump right in. We're going to select Baltimore. We won all 7 rounds. We'll go fast. We'll keep the board at default. We will hit enter. Now, we only have 5 picks in this draft. But looking at this Baltimore Ravens team, such a phenomenal organization in the NFL, and the way they draft, the way they build and develop, the way they acquire talent, this team does not need a lot of pieces. So 5 draft picks, maybe not even all 5 of these guys make the roster. Maybe some of them make the practice squad. So let's see what happens. Let's see how the board falls at 22. Now, obviously, wide receiver, they say, is in need. The team just brought in Odell Beckham Jr., have Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay's in the building, signed Nelson Aguilar, James Prochet is still here, Tylan Wallace is still here, Andy Isabella is still here. There's a lot of talent at the wide receiver position, but it hasn't manifested into great play from these wide receivers. Is Odell Beckham the end-all be-all? Is he the final answer? Coming off of an ACL injury, being 30 years old, I don't know if he's the end-all be-all. I don't know if he's the final answer. Is he a solid veteran piece? Absolutely. Do we still want to look at the wide receiver position in this draft? Absolutely. And I think 2 of the top guys are still here. Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Josh Downs. That's 3 of the top guys. There have been reports that there are a lot of teams that only have 1 first-round wide receiver. That's Jackson Smith and Jigba. All of the other receivers have a second-round grade. That could just be all of the teams that are picking in the top 10. They don't have any first-round grades on receivers because they're not picking a receiver in the first round, especially if you don't have multiple picks. Maybe if you're the Texans and you get your quarterback at 2, at 12 you get a receiver. Maybe if you're the Detroit Lions and you want to add some more firepower to that receiver core, you get your receiver at 18. But if you're the Panthers, if you're the Cardinals, if you're the Colts, you're not getting a wide receiver. So, take all of that information with a grain of salt. So wide receiver is a need. There's an option there. Corner is a need. Let's take a look at the corners that are available. And M&TBank has already come off the board. Some teams give Cam Smith a first-round grade. PFF doesn't agree with that. But again, some teams are giving Cam Smith a first-round grade. Do you go Cam Smith here? Do you go Emmanuel Forbes? Edge rusher is a need, which on this team, you got Odafe Owe, you got Tyus Bowser, David Ojabo. Don't forget about him. Drafted last year, had the ACL tear, so basically his rookie year was a redshirt year. David Ojabo is coming back. Is he going to be healthy enough to really contribute as the pass rush? Dalen Haynes is still on this team. So there are some pass rushers that are here. Will McDonald IV could be an option. Is it a reach at 22? Possibly. Let's take a look. Let's see where we want to go. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these guys. I think for what the team has right now, I think Zay Flowers is a better pick because of the Rashad Batemans and the Odell Beckham Jr.'s and the Nelson Aguilars, the Devin Duvernays. Zay would be more of a compliment. I think he can fight his way into a slot role. But if Rashad Bateman doesn't work out, if Odell Beckham at 30 lost a step because of the ACL injury, and he's not real productive, I think Jordan Addison probably would be a really, really solid option as far as being a future number one wide receiver for this team. Man, this one's tough. We don't need tight end. I mean, could we get Kalijah Kancey? I mean, I feel like 6'1", 231. He's a penetrating 3 technique. So he's really a 4-3 defensive tackle. I don't think you can put him at an end as an end in a 3-4. It says his skill set is also intriguing for some rotational reps at edge, but that's rotational. That's not to have a primary spot there. I'm gonna go Jordan Addison. That's just what I'm feeling in my gut. I mean, we could also trade back. No, I didn't want to click on Anton. We only have one team that wants to trade with us, and that's in the division with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's moving out of the first round. That's 10 spots, and y'all don't want to give me 49. You'll take 8. You'll give me 80 and 120, it looks like. You won't give me any future picks. Yeah, I just talked about, this team not needing a lot of pieces. So moving back and adding 3 draft picks, it's a net of 2. So you go from 5 to 7. But I think moving back to 32 can cause us to lose out on both wide receivers and possibly McDonald for the edge. I'm gonna go Jordan Addison here at 22. That's just what I'm feeling. None of those guys have really stepped up. Duvernay, mid. Nelson Aguilar, veteran but mid. Prochet, no. Tyler Wallace, Andy Isabella, no. Even Rashad Bateman hasn't lived up to the bill as well. So, this one sucks. Because I like Garrett Williams and I like Nick Herbig. But I think corner is more of a need. Opposite Marlon Humphrey. I mean, yeah, we have Brandon Stevens, but I think Garrett Williams can come in and compete. I love Jalen Armour-Davis as well. But with corner being a need, I think we're deeper at edge rusher than we are at corner. I'm going to go Garrett Williams instead of Nick Herbig. But I really like Nick Herbig. I really like Nick. Maybe a trade back to 32 and picking up 80 doesn't hurt. Because then you can get Herbig and you can get the corner. Maybe that doesn't hurt. Or another option is, we pick at 157. I think Corey Trice would be there. So maybe you get the edge rusher early, and then you have the option to go Corey Trice at 157 later. 6'3", 206, running a 4.47. But I like Garrett Williams. I think Garrett Williams is a really good fit in this Baltimore defense. We can get either one of the Louisville guys at some point. I think both of them will be here at 157. I think they will also be a good fit in this Baltimore defense. KJ Henry is more of your traditional hand in the dirt defensive end in a 4-3. 6'4", 251. Can he stand up? Sure. I don't know if he has the athleticism that you want to stand up, but I mean, it's possible. Because I like KJ Henry a lot. I think he's taken a knock because of his production. And he's a little bit older. He's 24. But I mean, I think he could be just as athletic as a Tyus Bowser. I think he is similar athleticism, maybe a little bit more athletic than David Ojabo as well. I mean, that's tough. All right, let's see. Safeties, I think we're good. Got our wide receiver, got our corner. Yeah, edge is the only option that we're looking at right now as far as availability. 6'3", 290. Dominated the interior. He's a traditional, just a tad thin frame for a defensive tackle. Only 32-inch arms, so his arms aren't long enough. Yeah, I wouldn't put him at left or right defensive end in this 3-4 that we're running here. But I mean, could he be better than Broderick Washington? Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna go KJ Henry. Because I think he could be better than Broderick Washington too. They just don't fit as far as the size. They're gonna have to stand them up. They like those 300-pounders on those ends. We got Michael Pierce, and then we drafted Travis Jones last year, so we don't need a nose tackle. This one's a little tough. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This one's a little tough. Figuring out where to go here at 124. I just don't think the guys are there as far as defensive line for what you would want in this 3-4. At least not at this pick. Anybody that you would take would be a reach. And a lot of guys are undersized. And again, this is a team that really doesn't need much. We already got our corner, so going Corey Trice to me is redundant. Do we want to go running back? Injuries to J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and only Justin Hill on the roster. Do we want to go running back? Do we want to go Sean Tucker out of Syracuse? 5'9", 207, 2-down back. Very explosive. Deuce Vaughn is here. Roshan Johnson, Zach Evans, Chase Brown. Really good options. I mean, they're saying edge is a need. I think we got the guys there. But edge is a need if they say it's a need. I'm a big fan of KJ Henry. So even if you got to stand them up, you stand them up, and then you just rotate Owe, Bowser, Ojabo, and Henry, and you just continue to get after the quarterback. Maybe you bring them in. Maybe you beef them up a little bit. You take them from 250 to 275. Maybe you put his hand in the dirt, and he's just a light end in that 3-4. I don't know if they would really want to do that, but that's an option there for them. This one got tough. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that one. Linebackers were good. Yeah, like where else do we go for a team that really doesn't need much? at this point, can you go another corner? Sure. Demarion Keys, Daryl Worley, Trayvon Mullen, Bo Pete Keys. Can Corey Trice come in and beat one of those guys to be one of the 6 corners that make the roster? I think so. You already got a backup tight end to Mark Andrews, so you don't really need anything there. I mean, if you want to look at a guard here for depth, maybe a Jackson Kirkland. If you want to get depth on that offensive line, I mean, every position has a backup except for left guard. Nobody behind Ben Cleveland on the depth chart. Patrick McCarry is backing up Ronnie Stanley at left tackle, but also Tyler Linderbaum at center. So maybe you get a guy like Drew Scruggs, but you just drafted Tyler Linderbaum. He's not going anywhere. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a lot for this team to do here in this draft. If you want to look at running back, like we talked about earlier, I think you go Keaton Mitchell here at 157. And then 199. We got to get out of here. Let's end this draft and get out of here, Ravens flock, because this is a difficult draft for a team that has everything on. Martin is a poor man's Jordan Davis in that he's a towering 6'5", 337-pound nose tackle with uber long arms. He showed improvement as a bull rusher. So he's a nose. He's 6'5", 330 nose. Poor man Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is more of an interior guy than he is exterior. So you're not going to draft Broderick Martin and put him outside. Yeah, you're not going to put him on the outside. I don't know if he has that athleticism that you would want at that 3-4 defensive end. Jonah Tavai is too small. Jordan McFadden, possibly. Again, just to talk about depth on that offensive line. Maybe an option. Once Kevin Zeitler decides to move along, 33 years old. Yeah, let's go Jordan McFadden. Just get depth on the offensive line. Let's get out of here. These are the drafts that I don't like. Teams that have pretty much something everywhere. I do feel like we could have done a little bit more to strengthen those our ends in this 3-4. Justin Matabuke and Broderick Washington. I do feel like we could have, attacked that. I just feel like the value at each one of these picks, 22, 86, 124, 157, and 99, I don't think the value was there at the time we were on the board. So you're probably taking somebody that was a reach, based on PFF and their grading. All of our grades were either B's or A pluses. So that's solid, when you start to see C's, D's, and F's is when you're reaching for guys. So there's always the age-old conundrum of drafting based off of need or best player available. And I think when you're a team like the Baltimore Ravens, as good as they are, you can go best player available. You don't have to draft for need. The team did, move on from Calais Campbell. He gave a farewell speech, but I don't think he's done. I don't know if he's going to retire, if he's deciding to hang it up. If he doesn't, I feel like this Baltimore team, after the draft and they see how things unfold, I think they may try to bring him back on a more team-friendly deal, veteran contract, and put him back in his role as a defensive end in this 3-4. So that option is still out there. But let's wrap this up and get on out of here. So round 1, pick 22, we take wide receiver Jordan Addison. No second round pick. Round 3, pick 86, we get corner Garrett Williams from Syracuse. At 124, we take edge rusher KJ Henry from Clemson. At 157, we take running back Keaton Mitchell from East Carolina. And at 199, we take tackle / guard, Jordan McFadden from Clemson. Ravens fans, tap in the comment section. I'll let you know. This one was tough. This was a really, really tough draft. Just based off of the roster, how it's constructed, only having 5 picks. You would think it would be easy with just 5, but this Baltimore Ravens roster is a consistently good roster with not many holes to fill from a starter perspective. Maybe some holes for the second and third team. But you guys know, you're fans of this team. This team is consistently good, drafting, developing, all those kind of things. So tap in the comment section. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like about the draft. Let me know what you would do differently. Baltimore Ravens fans and NFL fans all across the world, if you are new to Mo's Lows, first of all, thank you for your time and attention. Greatly appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. Matter of fact, don't consider. Just do it. Smash that subscribe button. Become a part of the Mo's Lows fam. Once you're fam, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Then take another 2 seconds and hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time new content drops right here at Mo's Knows. And once you do that, you'll get notified when the next episode in this series drops. Love and appreciate you. Catch you then. Peace.